Continuing a look at the last couple of days of the shortened session here in Hartford. Hi there, I'm David Smith here on Meet the Leaders. Along with me, Representative Brenda Kupchick of Fairfield. And Brenda, you have been one busy person to date over the last 2 or 3 weeks. But as a matter of fact, I guess a week and a half ago, everybody was out until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, even back then.
Yes.
And the next couple of nights could be a lot worse than that.
Busy in the short session.
Anything positive to say about this budget that got passed?
Not really.
Not much. There are a lot of positives that go on, though, like universal health care forum that is underway. Now, tell us a little bit about what that entails.
Well, a couple of years ago, I was contacted by a friend whose pediatrician was talking about how difficult it is for doctors to have to go through filling out all these healthcare forms for daycare center, for the public schools, for camps, for after programs, for any sports programs. So many different forms that basically say the same thing. So Senator McKinney and I talked a lot about it, and we put a bill in 2 or 3 years ago. And it went through the process, and there was a lot of questions by the Public Health Committee. So we went back, did some changes, came back, didn't work out. But this year, we really worked hard on it, and I'm happy to report that it passed the Senate and the House, and it's on its way to the governor's desk for signature.
Well, it sounds almost like a no-brainer, but apparently it was a brainer along the way.
It's a common sense solution, something that actually would be nice for parents and for doctors. Because, you know, parents are going back and forth, especially when they have a lot of kids, 10, 12 different forms, they all say the same thing, that they have their inoculations, they're healthy, they have allergies, and so on and so forth.
Well, and the medical community must be saluting you for making their lives a whole lot easier along the way, too.
I'm hoping it's helpful.
You have teamed up with Senator Duff on a pet and a bill that I think a lot of people are going to appreciate.
Actually, I took the lead of Senator Lovegrove from many years ago when I was his constituent, and then Senator McKinney and I worked together on this puppy mill bill since I got elected. And that, again, was a very arduous process. Didn't realize that the pet store lobby was so powerful, and it was very difficult to get anything through the process. So we last year established a task force. Senator Duff was good enough to co-chair that task force with me, and we met about 6 months with people from the ASPCA, the Connecticut Humane Society, Connecticut Votes for Animals, as well as the pet industry and breeders and a veterinarian. And we had meetings, 2 public hearings, one in Fairfield, one in Hartford, and we were able to send some legislation, some recommendations to the Environment Committee. And we made an amendment over the last couple of weeks, and we clarified the language, which I believe will have a huge impact on the treatment of animals outside our borders that come in and sold our pet stores. Now, originally we wanted to ban the sale of puppies in pet stores. That would have been the ultimate goal, because that's sort of cutting it off. That's ending at least the supply of commercially bred dogs from what we consider inhumane or substandard animal mills. We weren't able to do that. It was a lot of controversy. So what we've done is we've really made some accountability. You have to pay, the pet store will have to pay up to the purchase price of a dog in veterinarian care costs if the dog becomes ill within 20 days. That's a huge consumer, and there's accountability. There's also a provision in there that says pet stores cannot purchase a puppy from a commercial mill that has one direct violation under the USDA or 3 indirect violations for up to 2 years from the USDA.
And this is going through. This is going through the House as well as the Senate.
It went through the Senate. We are waiting it to be called in the House. I'm working very hard to try to have it called. I'm very hopeful it will be called in the House, and the governor will sign it.
We'll keep fingers crossed. Good luck and best over the next several days. I know you've got a lot of work to do.
Thank you.
Representative Brenda Kupchick of Fairfield, our guest on this edition of Meet the Leaders. You see what goes on? It's a crunch. That's all the time we have on Meet the Leaders. I'm David Smith. We'll look for you next time.